Residents at Riverlands in the Swartland Municipality on the Cape West Coast are evacuating their homes and loved ones to safety yet again. This as wide-scale flooding is hitting the area following an attempt to drain the fourth dam via new spillway apparently failed. 3 dam walls collapsed in the area last Thursday, leaving hundreds of people destitute, damaging infrastructure such as roads and railway tracks. The municipality says the National Department of Water and Sanitation specialist on site decided to further lower the dam levels via a newly dug spillway. It says in a statement this has triggered the unexpectedly fast release of water following the path it carved last week. The gift of the givers is currently on site delivering humanitarian aid. Well, let's get now the very latest from our reporter Mariska Botha, who is in Riverlands, Malmesbury. Mariska, thank you so much for your time. Good afternoon to you. And of course, this is a very devastating story given the fact that this community has been hit several times now by this running flooding in that area, particularly as it concerns this farm dam. Just talk to us about what the latest is.
Well, very good afternoon to you. Yes, indeed. We also just arrived here a little while ago. And as you correctly said, on the 8th of August, 3 farm dams spilled over and then caused a major flood, ripping through the area here of Riverlands, moving the railway tracks on that side. People were absolutely devastated. It was a big shock. It happened in the very early hours of the morning. And since that time, there were engineers who said the fourth dam that is on the property, it's a farm belonging to rural development, is sound for the time being, and they did not order evacuations at that time. But unfortunately, today, as you also explained there, a very unfortunate event, and also sending torrents of water through the area of Riverlands. To talk to us about what exactly happened and what's going on at the moment, we have Mariska Botha, who's the spokesperson for the Swartland Municipality. Mariska, thank you for joining us. We know you're very busy. Explain to us, just in short, how did this area ended up getting flooded again?
Well, the Department of Water and Sanitation was working at the fourth dam, and what happened was that the spillway that they were busy working on has completely flooded, and the intention was to lower the water dam, the levels gradually, but unfortunately it created a fast-flowing, what quickly became again a flash flood.
And what impact did that have? Talk to us about the situation now.
We had to evacuate some residents again to move them out from their homes to make sure that they don't get stranded. And then again, it has derailed our mop-up operations that we were almost completed with. We were almost ready to start repairs, but that will be delayed now. And now we're waiting to see how many people tonight will need assistance again for housing and food and places of safety.
You are sheltering a number of people as we speak from last week already. How many people are being sheltered by you and how are they cared for?
We currently have 107 people staying in 2 community centres, and they are cared for by our community development team with the donations that's been given to the community very generously from residents and from all over. We make sure that they have food, they have safe places of safety. We provide them with sanitary products, water and shelter.
That's another big issue, and it's ironic. There's a lot of water flowing through here, but it's not in the taps. Is the water connected yet? How far is that project? Because it knocked out, the first flood knocked out the electricity and the water.
Yes, the municipal water infrastructure was completely destroyed for the area. Our water pipes physically washed out of the ground. And now we have to rebuild that network, and that will unfortunately take several weeks. We currently have water trucks on the ground stationed throughout the area because the water outage does not only affect the residents of Riverlands, but it also affects the neighbouring area of Chatsworth. Yeah. And we have water trucks stationed across the area, roaming and stationary, to help provide residents with water for their daily lives.
Have you been in contact with the national government regarding this issue?
Various national departments has been with us since the very beginning. They've been on site, sending people to help do assessments on the damage that needs to be done and the steps that's been taken forward. And we will continue to work with them to make sure that the people of Riverlands are cared for.
I should have asked at the very beginning, did anyone get hurt? Is there anyone missing? Is there anyone in peril at the moment?
We are very, very happy to say that and grateful to say that there's been no reported injuries this time, nor the first time. There's been no deaths reported this time or the first time. We've had several people being treated for shock this afternoon, which is normal. The first event caused a fair amount of trauma, and EMS is on site this afternoon and they've been treating affected residents in the clinic.
Where to from now?
Now we start again from the start. We're back at square one basically. We need to assess what needs to be done, assess if there's further damage, and continue to rebuild smarter and stronger.
Thank you very, very much. Marie Haasbroek there, the spokesperson for the Swartland Municipality, giving you a complete update of what they know at the moment. I'm going to step out of shot and ask my colleague Clinton Surf to just show you a little bit of what's going on in the background. You can see there's a scraper that is once again busy clearing debris and the road, because that entire area, Riverlands is made up of the part that you see on that side and behind the camera, and this side behind the camera is not affected by the flooding at this point in time, and they weren't affected the previous time. So it's very much the people living on that side where you see the scraper at the moment that are severely affected by this flooding. And as she said there, Gift of the Givers also telling us that there's numerous people, and especially children, that are suffering from shock and trauma at this point in time.
Mariska, thank you so much for that. Of course, Mariska Botha giving us the very latest there in as far as that water situation in Swartland Municipality on the Cape West Coast. Of course, we'll continue then to give you developments there.